Today we are looking at the brand new Insta360 Go 2. This is the second version of Insta360's unique little wearable action cam. And today we're diving in. That intro sounded so official, didn't it? And today we're diving in. So full disclosure, this video is sponsored by Insta360. I was sent these cameras, and this is my initial reaction and use of this device. I am not on a mountaintop. I have not taken this snowboarding or into a helicopter, and I'm really excited about the direction Insta360 are going with this and how accessible they're making filming action sports and activities so easy. They're making it so easy and so fast. There's no reason not to do it, and anyone can do it. So that's what's super cool about it. So today we're talking about this. Let's begin with the specs. Now, Insta360 stabilization on their 360 cams is ridiculous, so that flow state stabilization does most certainly work. So hyped to see that is on here as well. We got 1440p, 50 frames per second, 30, it's waterproof, hyperlapse, slow motion. Hyperlapse on this looks pretty cool. I remember seeing a lot of people use that in the first gen and it looked really good. So hopefully that's pretty awesome now. Remote control, we never had that before. Built into the case, which is dope. Wi-Fi preview, and those are the things that are listed in the box. All right, so let's take this out of the box and see what's inside. Oh, tell me that's magnetized. Tell me it. Look at that. All right, what else we got here? So one of the coolest new features of this, I would say, is the new case that looks like this. Okay, on the bottom, check this out. Tiny little tripod stand. Why does it have a tripod stand? I'll show you. So once that is closed and you open up the case, you're greeted with this new interface, recording, screen, settings, all of those things, and the camera itself connects right inside. So now you've got this nice sturdy hinge that will just sit upright in whatever position that you want, and you can bust out these little tripod legs, and you've got yourself a tiny little tabletop camera, stable inside its charging case. How sick is that? You don't have to take your phone out every time you want to adjust settings or load the app. You can do it all from the screen in here. Bam. There's a tripod mount on the bottom of this case, in case you wanted to mount this to a tripod and not use the legs. USB-C port. It comes with a pendant, and you wear that pendant around your neck. Looks like this, and the camera magnetizes to it. So that goes under your shirt. So if I want to record something, it happens very, very fast. The second you open the case, the camera's turned on, the screen activates, tells you you're connected, everything's ready to go. All you have to do, take it out of the case, stick it on that pendant that's stuck under your shirt, close that, it's ready. You just tap once and it starts recording. You get a strong vibrate so you can feel it on your chest. You can feel it if you're still holding it. But now it's recording everything that I'm looking at. And it's mostly discreet. Okay, before you have to put a harness on, right? I don't want to put a harness on, stick my action cam on, screw it in, adjust, check the app, make sure it's good. With this field of view and how fast it is to just magnetize to that pendant straight out of the case, which has been charging in, it streamlines the experience. There's also the fact that you are walking around with a camera magnetized to your shirt. And that's twofold, because one of the strengths I think this camera has is its inconspicuous nature. For a lot of people that are afraid to carry around a giant camera to talk to themselves or make a review in public where people can see what you're doing, it's suspect. It's a bit weird. It's not natural. And albeit in 2021, it's more natural than it's ever been, this camera makes that process a lot easier. You're able to walk around an airport, board a plane, if we're still doing that these days. It's not a giant camera on your head. You're not wearing the harness like I said before. So it does bring that low profile aspect to filming in public if that's something that is scary for you. So they do have different mounts that come with it. Here's another one. Camera goes inside that. Underneath here is where you would fold that flap onto the brim of your hat. And how much better is a head cam that doesn't have the entire strap that goes over your entire head, just like the harness that you don't have to wear. Also coming with it is this sticky kind of Clean the pivot stand with water and dry before reusing. Hold the pivot stand for underwater use. Oh yeah, newsflash, this thing is waterproof, so that's a massive advantage over the original. So now would I want to wear this on a magnetic pendant like under my wetsuit and dive into the water? Probably not. But this case, same thing, magnetizes inside, and stick this to a wall, stick this to a surface, and then apparently you're able to clean this and reuse it if you keep it clean, and then you would slide it back into its little sheath. And if you were using this underwater, I'd probably put that on your wrist and do it that way. But in the box, all these accessories that we talked about, I haven't had extensive use with this, but I'm bringing it to you as a first look, as a preliminary thoughts. So who's this camera for? Is it for you? Is it for the discerning professional? Is it for a hobbyist? I think if it falls into your specific use case and you see things that this camera offers you as far as benefits in how you film videos and how you walk around and make content, then it's something to consider. I think if you're a professional, would I use this for the highest quality production work? No, I wouldn't. But I think that's where it probably falls into the fun category, fun factor, because not everything has to be the most professional ever. If I just want to go ride my bike through the woods or go for a run or hop on the Sea-Doo, get on an airplane, spray my truck down at the car wash, I don't need massive cinema cameras and gimbals and 8K. I don't need the craziest of stats. Sometimes it's just fun to capture things because you can. That's where I think this camera is cool. It gives you a new way to record content, and that's why I think 360 cameras are cool and magnetic action wearable cameras are cool. Those types of things are innovative and they push the industry forward, and that's where I find them being exciting. I think where I land with this is it just makes action cameras and footage and that style of content accessible. It makes it really easy. Things that I'd love to see moving forward is not having to wear a pendant. I don't like that I would have to remember this and this. Having a way to wear it without having to wear the pendant, I think would be a cool way to explore this product in the future. Now, one of the things I noticed with this camera is I hit record by accident more than any other camera. Like I just did it again. More than any other camera I've ever had. It made it kind of confusing just constantly touching this by accident because of how sensitive it is to get going. That's definitely a con, but I think it can also be a pro in just how easy it is to get recording. But sometimes that ends up interfering with my experience and making me record at the wrong times, which is gonna waste battery, fill card space, and ultimately miss the shots because I wasn't recording when I thought I was, etc. So that's something that I did have some difficulty with when using this camera. Those are my thoughts. So I hope you got some value out of this. I hope it helps you make a decision if this is something that you want or something that you need. So again, thanks to Insta360 for sponsoring this video. This is pretty dope. Very excited on this. I want to take this to the top of a mountain and push it to its absolute limit. As far as playing pool and spraying your truck down, those types of things, yeah, it works. It looks good. You saw the demo footage. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we have an exciting week coming up. I have an exciting week next week. I'm probably getting on an airplane for the first time in a year. A little bit stressed about it, but I'm also very, very excited about it. So all those things being said, see you in the next one.